Population of the country Oz was 600,000 in the year 2010. The population is expected to grow by a factor of 5% annually. The annual food supply of Oz is currently sufficient for a population of 700,000 people and is increasing at a rate that will supply food for an additional 10,000 people per year. Write a formula to model the population of Oz. Is your formula linear or exponential? Now, in class, we determined that if we have 600,000 people increasing at a rate of 5%, we're going to multiply times 1 for the 600,000 people plus 0.05 raised to the x, where x is the number of years since 2010. Now, that is an exponential function. When we look at the food supply, we do 700,000 plus 10,000 times x. And this equation is linear. So what we want to know is at what point does the population exceed the food supply and justify your response. So here, I'm going to go to my TNspire graphing calculator. So home screen, new document, say no to drugs, and add a graph page. The first thing I want to graph is 600,000 times 1.05 to the x power. The second thing I'm going to graph is 700,000 plus 10,000 x. So F1 is population, F2 is food supply. So we can't see anything, but think about the numbers we're using. So I'm going to actually do a custom window. Menu, window zoom, window settings. So my x is time. I don't need a lot of time before, so I'm just going to do -1. And I'll go to, say, 8. I'm going to count by ones because we're counting just by years. When we count by population, I'm going to say -100,000 because these numbers are big. And then I'm going to go to 1,000,000. And I'm going to count by 100,000s. And say OK. And now you notice that we have our population, F1, and our food supply, F2. And what I want to know is, when is the population going to be up here above the food supply? So I want to find this point of intersection. So menu, analyze graph, intersection. Anywhere over here, I get my lower bound. So I just click enter one time, and that sets the lower bound. And then I drag to the right, and anywhere past the point of intersection, I can see and make that the upper bound. And this tells me what I need. So to summarize what we said, at 4.4123, the population is 744,123. And the food supply is available for that exact number of people. So when we think about what that 0.4123 really is, if we convert that to months, what that really tells us is that the country of Oz has enough food to sustain its population until June 2014. 4 years and a little over, right around 5 months. where the food is greater than the population. At that point, there's more people that need food than there is a food supply to take care of those people. And that's kind of the break even point. So after that, if they don't change some way to create more food to feed more people, then they're going to have a shortage of food. And that is question number 4.